Hey everyone, this is Sarah's Night, and I'm back with kind of a supplemental uh, Let's Play to Resident Evil 4, which Lantis and I finished just a couple of weekends ago. Sorry, speakers were interfering. But anyway, yeah, with new video capture and everything, this is, I can kind of get back into doing solo LPs again without having to, wait till I get all the way over to Lantis' house, which is 2.5 hours away, and, use his computer to do all this stuff. But, yeah, we finished the normal game of Resident Evil 4, but it turns out that with the PS2 version, they have a separate little shorter version of Leon's adventure with that will tell us what Ada's been up to this whole entire time, which is kind of nice. I was curious to see how she was moving about in the shadows the whole entire 24 hours or so that Leon's story took place. And yeah, she's a busy woman. I was really glad that they... I'll let you watch this.
Is to get closer to my own objective. No matter what happens, I can't let anyone figure that out. Of course, hiding in the shadows isn't my style. I'll have to reveal myself to him and offer advice once in a while.
And this is what I'm tripping on. Wesker can see everything Ada's doing the whole entire time she is outside with no cover. And here you'd think the Ganados are pretty ordinary people who just live primitively, but yeah, I really don't know how she managed to accomplish that. And that was enough to actually even so much as knock those Ganados out, much less kill them.
So I see you've managed to arrive at the village on time.
Yes, but nobody remembered to roll out my red carpet.
The villagers there are all being controlled.
Ada's got an even snarkier attitude about her circumstances than Leon does.
That should quiet them down for a while.
Sounds like they're good, obedient boys and girls.
Unfortunately, time is not a luxury we have. Gather as much information as you can about the parasites and finish off this little tour.
Did you say that for effect, or are they really on borrowed time here? Yeah, so of course this is the exact moment that Leon entered the village and got into his first big fight with the Ganados. So Ada's kind of got to stay out of sight, and it turns out that her objective is to move to the church up the hill over the kind of over the side of the that whatever that high series of boards that were strung up to help you cross over the cliff, so whatever that was. But yeah, she's actually the one responsible for activating the church bell and helping getting the Ganados to kind of back off of Leon, thinking that Sadler's summoning them. Now she's got to kind of stay out of sight at the same time, but no matter, even if you go into the big house where even if you go into the big house where Leon normally holds up, you actually won't find him there. It's like he just kind of moved to another house for cover in the meantime. And I think what we have to do here is just kind of fight around a little bit. And eventually, I don't know if you just have to fight around for so long, or you actually have to walk into a certain area, but somehow Ada will catch sight of like this chicken flying off the roof or something and leaving behind a key to the church. Don't ask. But at least for now. Oh. At least for now, I don't have to worry about the chainsaw guy. And as you can see, Ada's come packing a little bit more heat than Leon did. Of course, she knew what she was doing here. He didn't when he first arrived. He didn't know that he was going to invade half of Spain when he arrived, at the beginning of the game. Now, this game doesn't really last long enough for it to be necessary for her to upgrade any of her weapons, so what we have is what we're stuck with, but it suffices the whole entire time. I would say that pretty much it takes about as long to get through this game as a normal playthrough of one of the earlier Resident Evils, like 1, 2, maybe even 3. 2.5 hours or so. You can just kind of hear Leon fighting nearby. I think I really need to get a move on. So somewhere up here, we can just hookshot onto the roof. I mean, yeah, I know Ada's gotta have sharper senses than the average Joe, considering what she does for a living, which, to tell you the truth, you never know what side she's on or anything, but nevertheless, how did she just happen to look up and see that chicken flying off the roof and leaving a key there? I mean, that house was like 2 stories for one thing, so could she even see what it left behind from her perspective on the ground? I know I'm overthinking it, but I like to do that. I'll just let the snake have a naj.
Welcome.
And it doesn't matter how long you take.
Good things on sale, stranger.
It's not like, Leon only has so much time before he gets overran and killed and the game's over or anything.
Is that all? Thank you. What do you want?
Yeah, Ada's got the blacktail. You can also buy a T&P, which I think we can actually get for her near the church. So let's not try to buy that just yet.
What are you selling? Come back anytime.
And just out of curiosity, what was her shotgun called again? Oh, just standard pump action shotgun, but it's definitely better than the one Leon has starting out, I'd say. Oh, and Ganados are right behind us. Okay, that takes care of that. Yeah, it's actually been a long time because of my horribly malfunctioning video capture software. That since I've done a LP by myself, but so if I sound like I'm just not into it, well, I mean, out of practice, I guess. Not that I was that great an LPer to begin with in terms of commentary, but just being polite. Ah, they were waiting right behind the door. Wait a minute, did that woman make a... Oh, there was a guy down there too. All I saw was the woman at first, so I was like, did she make the actual stop Mel Ganado line as he's getting up? Oh, here's more. Sometimes you kind of get lucky by being too close to the enemy as they throw that sickle thingy at you, and it just ends up going over your head. Let's see if that crow's got anything on him. Oh. Oh, wow. That one kind of came from the side. That was nice. That'll spare us at least one good hit, I think. Let's bust this out. You see so much of... so many bits and pieces of flesh flying off of these guys when you hit them with a shotgun blast, and yet somehow they just get right back up. You know, I'm glad Ada didn't take this long on Leon's game when you play as him, otherwise never have enough ammo to hold out that long. Okay. There are some more lurking about, apparently. There's just a red gem laying on top of that tombstone for whatever reason. Now I think if we solve that puzzle that's back behind the church, there's actually... I'm probably remembering this totally wrong, but I think there's actually like a TNP hiding back there. Ow. That was a lucky shot. I did not plan that. And I believe there are more hiding back here. No? Oh, actually, I need to solve this puzzle anyway to open up the church doors. I assume that after Ada used this to open up the church doors and then left the church after ringing the bell, somebody came by and actually hid the key elsewhere, where for Leon to find later on in chapter 2 of his game. And done. And I believe a trap is sprung here as soon as I take it. Kinda. You know, that just gets me. I mean, I know it's after you've softened them up with several shots to the head and everything, but wow. How is it that Ada, especially Ada's feet, which are probably a lot more dainty than Leon's for one thing, that they're strong enough to actually explode heads. Oh, what's this? Okay, let's just kind of back off. I don't know why that other guy's just sitting there, but that's to his loss. Ah, I remember what to do. There is a chainsaw lady waiting down here at the end of the road. And she has the green cat's eye. She has the green cat's eye that Ada can put in place of the church key, so that the gates will remain unlocked and she can enter. Okay, please let there. I guess I'm just going to have to use the first aid spray, like it or not. Here she is. I thought that was a really nice idea for character design on the chainsaw women. The way their faces are all bandaged up, and they just look crazy, you know. It's actually an element of horror, I think, that Capcom managed to retain for this game, even though the series was clearly changing by this time. Not about to go up against. Woo! And she's down. Yeah, here it is, the cat's eye. And you can't go any more forward because I don't know, something's holding the door back. So, we'll just set this back in. And now we're free to go inside the church. Well, I thought I could run past that. I guess not. Didn't really want to waste the ammo, but I probably should have. That was not a wise move. Hopefully there's nobody coming up behind me. You know, when did Ada realize she could do that? That she had the power to completely bust skulls apart with her feet? must have taken a lot of heavy training, you know. I imagine people were like throwing cement boards at her or something, and she was kicking them out of midair. Probably broke her foot several times. Alright, and then there's more guys waiting up here, but shouldn't be a problem. In fact, for some reason, he's just standing right there waiting for me to shoot him. Oh, whoops. I don't think you actually swing across the chandelier this time. Whoop. We'll let him. Yep. It's more guys just waiting here. And Ashley's already back behind there. But she is not Ada's concern, so we do not worry about her. Now, in order to activate... Really nothing? In order to activate the church bell, we just kind of solve a reverse version of this light puzzle right here. Which you can, you know, just watch. Just kind of put each of the primary colors into a spot where it looks like they'll show up, just kind of go by. You know, match red with red, green with green, blue with blue, and hope that they blend in such a way that the parts of the window that, you know, contain secondary colors where you blend two primaries together. I'm not even sure if I said that correctly. I might have totally lost that basic concept of art that I learned in elementary school. Okay, that should be it. And it turns a little Illuminatos icon right side up for Leon to solve later.
La campana. Es hora de rezar. Tenemos que irnos. Lord Sutler.
I don't know where Ada slipped off to in the meantime before that whole entire pack of Ganados came by the dozens toward the church, but...
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
And that's chapter 1 of Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time in chapter 2.